Bank robberies from Africa are not to be messed with. From movie style antics to classic oops, forgot my mask moments. These robberies often leave victims bamboozled because when your plan starts with step 1, abandon all logic, things must get interesting. So buckle up, let's go withdraw some cash.
When the persons who are suspected to have rented the stall checked into the building adjacent to the bank, they have been digging a trench the police say is 10 meters deep and 35 meters long underground.
By day, their accomplices sold books, but quietly under their neighbors' noses, they also dug a tunnel which, once complete, would link their stalls to the bank next door. Conscious of the prying eyes of their neighbors, the suspects hid the debris in sacks, on top of which they piled books. These sacks were then emptied into carton boxes and loaded into vehicles.
The bank manager thought it was just another regular Thursday until he stepped into the vault and found it swept clean. No broken doors, no alarms, just a hole on the floor.
And after 6 months of continuous digging, the robbers made their move, crawling through the 25-meter-long, 10-meter-deep tunnel into the bank's strong room to make away with slightly over 50 million shillings. The gang reportedly used oxygen masks, a GPS system and compasses to get into and out of the bank.
It was a little crazy, but no one got hurt, except maybe the manager's shock when he realized that he wasn't robbed by armed robbers, but by a couple of guys with shovels.
And even the people who are selling in the same building could not detect and know whether there was a tunnel which is being dug, leave alone the police station, which is 150 meters away from the shop.
It was a plan well executed and a mission gone possible. We are still waiting for the second season to come out. Meanwhile, somewhere in Africa, someone had the bright idea that a bank robbery could be a one-woman show. Forget the crew. This person thought, why not just roll up solo and cause a commotion? She swoops in, pulls off a heist, and then makes a dramatic exit through a window. Because what's a robbery without a bit of thriller? But instead of gracefully escaping into the sunset, she starts running from the guards like she's auditing for an action movie or something. I can't lie to you, but I think she runs how I run in my dreams. Anyway guys, if you ever think about going solo on a heist, maybe rethink your strategy, because even Batwoman can stumble in the real world. Our next heists unfolds because apparently not all crime thrillers are peaceful as they are in movies. Picture this, a group of robbers cruising in a black vehicle, just biding their time like they are waiting the perfect moment to jump into an action flick. Their target? A customer with a hefty bag of cash. The gate swings open and they spring into action faster than you can say, is this a bank heist or an audition for a Fast and Furious sequel? However, this wasn't your typical heist. On this day, 5 people died, and even more were left injured. Talk about a plot twist that didn't make it to the editing room. Now, the irony is, only one of the robbers ended up in the wrong side of the law, while the rest made a swift getaway. But unfortunately, they left with nothing much. So much for their plan. If you're thinking about robbing a bank, maybe skip the theatrics. Not every crime scene turns out like a Hollywood blockbuster. While you start your day with a cup of coffee, some people wake up and decide to fill their cups with pure confidence.
Police, yeah.
Our protagonists rolled up on foot looking like they were headed to a casual workday, all decked up in matching outfits with reflectors. I mean, you'd think they were just public workers on a mission to fix potholes or something. One of them stood guard at the gate like security, while the others went inside to gather some contributions. Thanks to a camera from some civilians on higher ground, we get to witness the real hilarity unfold.
And he's just like that, with less stress.
After a few minutes of opening and closing the gate, like they were practicing for a synchronized swimming routine, the guard got a little impatient. Maybe had some silence, or maybe he just realized it was time for lunch. I mean, who knows?
There they are. And they are dressed in a brand. In the same outfits.
But he decided to call the others out. And here is where it gets really funny. They strolled out like they hadn't just robbed a bank, with one pair hopping on a motorbike and the other speeding off, while the others walked casually away on foot.
Kwani polisi walikuwa na nini?
I don't know if it's bravery or just plain idiocy. My thinking is, why did the buffoon taking the video not call the cops?
Guy who's going now that way. Guy, they've taken a lot then.
What are they carrying?
Bags of money.
So, if you ever feel overconfident, just know there's a fine line between boldness and complete cluelessness. Picture this. 4 years ago, a gang decided to execute a plan that would leave even seasoned criminals scratching their heads. Instead of just slipping past the police, they figured, why not take out the competition first? These guys set their sight on a nearby police station, taking out 8 policemen as if they were just clearing their way for a field trip.
Gone. The bullets are...
With their mission accomplished in the wrong direction, they made their way to the bank, where they continued with their rampage.
Jesus.
They didn't just rob the bank. They also left a trail of bodies behind them.
See as people they carry money. See as people they carry money. Now the red Corolla, 9 money due. In case say that this is me, now the red Corolla.
In 1999, a group of armed robbers strolled into a bank, and instead of chaos, they brought a concert vibe with them. Armed with nothing but sheer confidence and some questionable taste in music, these robbers catwalked in and started robbing customers while singing a tithing song like it was the most normal thing in the world. Can you imagine it? Toa ndugu, toa dada, kile ulicho nacho, which means offer brother, offer sister, whatever you have. Echoing through the bank as they casually pocketed about $5,000, which was a big sum back then. But wait, there's more. A month later, the same bank was hit again. And guess what? The new gang decided to take a page from the first robbers' playbook. They walked in, harmonized with the same rhymes, and left with the whooping $100,000. It's like a music sequel nobody asked for, but couldn't stop watching. So if you ever thought about robbing a bank, choose your soundtrack wisely, because if you're going to go down in history, you might as well do it with a catchy tune.